Welcome to today's video. Today we are going to transform this pantry door into a beautiful modern pantry door. I am super excited for this project. I have spent months researching modern kitchens and I have just fell in love with the white and gold theme of a kitchen. So today I am just going to focus on my pantry door because that is what my budget allows. I am a big believer in if you want something, do with what you can. And don't let whatever it is stopping you from progressing. So in this case, I have enough for a pantry door, so that is what we will get started with. My hubby and I have already bought the trim, and now we are measuring it to the door. I left this clip here to show you guys that this is not the best way to measure your pantry door. As you can tell, there is a curve at the top, so the measurements will not be too exact. But if you watch any of my previous videos, I always leave all of the mistakes that my husband and I encounter because I want to show you guys that the mistakes that we come along the way so that you can learn from our mistakes and prevent that from occurring with you. One of the very best ways to measure your trim to your pantry door would be to actually remove your pantry door. But we decided to measure it this way, and this will also work. We don't have a protractor to measure accurate angles, so we're just kind of eyeing it here. And if you have a protractor, I would highly recommend that you get that out and you use that handy tool because this was honestly difficult. Quick backstory, my hubby and I are new to this whole DIY world. We just bought our new home and we are so in love with DIYs right now. So we don't have all the materials that we need. Therefore, we just bought this inexpensive hand saw and we're going to give that a try, see how that works. I highly recommend if you have the machine saw, definitely use that because this is very dangerous and also a lot harder to work with. With that being said, we still manage and look at that cut. It's very beautiful, sharp, and I think it will get the job done. Now we are just going to sand it, make sure it's smooth. Gorgeous. Look at that sharp edge. We are ready to cut the second trim, so we are going to use the first trim for reference. And we are again using our 1950s handsaw. But for $10 though, I will say it gets the job done. It's difficult, but it definitely gets the job done. Alright, it's time for the moment of truth. Are our angles going to fit? And no, there is a big gap, so we are still going to try to measure it up to the point where it actually fits. My hubby mentioned that the best way to use this 1950s saw is to start off really slow, as you can tell, kind of get that groove going on. Once you have an indent, you can go ham on it. Now we are taking measurements of the top trim. After many tries to get the angle just right, we finally found the perfect measurement and we are going to use it for this trim as well. Moment of truth, let's see if we got our angles perfect. Somehow one is bigger than the other one, so we are going to try to fix that the best we can. Alright, that's almost perfect, but it looks like we're missing a little bit of the edge, so we're just going to cut a little bit of the previous trim that fell off, and we will be caulking this, but making sure that this sliver of the edge is attached. Now it's time for the fun part. We are going to take our door and bring it downstairs and get it ready for painting. This is so exciting. I've been wanting to do my pantry door for so long. Alright, my pantry door is on the move. Looks like the door has marked the wall, so I am definitely going to paint that. I am also very excited to finally remove this knob. This knob was definitely holding on for dear life. We used a screwdriver, a drill, and nothing seemed to work. Finally, we used pliers, and that seemed to get the job done. I'm going to use this high-strength small hole repair to cover up that hole that the previous doorknob left. I'm going to also use this paint scraper to make sure that I get a smooth finish. This is our beautiful new handle, and we are now taking measurements. First we started using a ruler, but then we realized that this handle actually came with a template, and this is really awesome because it's user friendly and all we gotta do is poke holes. And this is the company that we got it from. We got it from Amazon, and look at the quality, and it's got weight to it too. It's really beautiful. So I'm going to try my best to fill this hole as much as possible. You don't have to fill the whole thing or make sure that it's perfectly filled, but by doing this, you are ensuring the top layer has something to hold on to and it's not just floating there. If you keep noticing that you keep getting this small holes appearing after applying that, go in the other direction for full coverage. Perfect. Now flip your door over and do the same thing for the other side. This one is the front of the door, so it had a ring around the doorknob, and I'm going to just try my best to get full coverage. So I am leaving these clips here. My husband is the one who recorded this portion of the video, and look how good he did. Now I am just going to sand this, get it nice and smooth and ready to paint. It's time to apply the handle. So now we are going to use the template that the handle came with and use that to get accurate measurements. We are using the nail of the handle for reference to measure the exact size that we should drill the hole. Found it, we are ready to drill the holes. It's time to drill hole number 2, and we were pleasantly surprised to see Nemo come down here. Look at him, he's such a cutie. Now it's time for us to start painting. I am so excited, I love to paint, and this is for my pantry door, so this is super exciting. Cabinets, doors, and trim require a different type of paint than your regular wall paint. So this is the one that my husband and I are going to use. These are the brushes that I am going to be using for the trim. Here is the handy dandy bucket, and these are the rollers. So I think it's almost time. If you have a hard time putting the roller onto the handle, then use this technique. Make sure you shake your paint really well to prevent any clumps, and just make sure everything is mixed properly. So we have wiped down the door, and on the edge of the door there is something crusty and icky. So we're going to sand it down and make sure that our door is nice and smooth. Finally, it's time to paint the door. First side of the door is complete. Now let's do the other side. We have applied the first coat and it already looks really beautiful. While that is drying up, we are going to paint the trim, and look at who we find once again being such a cutie pie. It's Nemo. He is such a cutie, but we have lots to do, so let's stay focused. This is day 2, and now we are ready to paint the front side of the door. While we were painting, Nemo brought his daddy over to come check it out. Gizmo's here. The pantry door is finally done drying and it is ready to be put up. We are not done yet, but so far it looks really good. We still need to add the trim and paint this edge and add the handle. Gizmo and Nemo are super excited for us to add the trim, and so am I, so let's get to it. We are going to use Gorilla Heavy Duty Ultimate Glue. You will also need a caulking gun. My hubby is quickly showing us how to use the gun. You gotta press it and then pull, and then add your Gorilla Glue or anything that it is that you're going to add in there. Alright, we are ready to attach our trim. Once you add it, just be very careful because it sticks on quickly, and after it's on there, it won't be able to move. So make sure you add it perfectly how you want to. It's coming out beautiful, you guys. We are now adding the long trim. Now, just make sure that you apply pressure in all parts of the trim to ensure that it sticks. Look at how beautiful. It is not quite done yet, but so far it looks gorgeous. Now I'm going to paint the edge of the door. I'm going to let this dry, and once it's complete, I will be back to show you guys the before and afters. So let's look at the pantry door before the mini transformation. And here is the after. I am so happy with this transformation. This is just the start of transforming my whole kitchen. So this is so exciting. I love how it turned out. This is the mini transformation because this door isn't quite done. We need to run to Menards and buy more trim. We will be adding it right here and at the bottom as well. As you can see, the inside is also painted, so everything is complete. The only thing remaining is just a trim, and my husband and I will be transforming the whole kitchen, so definitely stay tuned for that. And the island will also be painted as well. So I'm so excited. If you enjoy DIYs, definitely subscribe for more. Stay tuned. I do a lot more videos than just DIYs, cleaning, lifestyle, decluttering. So stay tuned for all those types of videos. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I wish you much blessings to you and your family. We almost left the basement and look at who we found creeping in the abyss.